Welcome to the second round in the game between AC and HSR. Before we get into round 2, let's take a quick look at the team stats from round 1. So Anti-Corruption took the first round with 124 tickets to 0. Stats otherwise very similar between both teams. 5 more kills for Anti-Corruption, 11 more downs for HSR. Both teams played very well, so let's get into round 2. We have leading Logi for HSR going towards this Saddam's or cheese west of Hemp, very common place. AC had theirs was there as well. Looks like AC are doing something more aggressive south side, which I like. And 3-man Logi going far back. This will probably be more too far, but they need to be careful not to get wiped out if they're alone down south, but they might be backed up by this Tiger and a second Logi. AC not going for the hemp farm rush. Are they? They are. They were just a little bit slower. First contact is a win for AC. Oh, how he gets that. I spoke too soon. Seems to be the way of this evening for me. I thought that Tiger had already blown up, but it had not.
Lost MREP to the south.
We have a... Is that a 30 coming up north side? It's not.
Oh. BTR.
One MREP dead.
North of you, Jaeger.
Dealing with the demo.
Again, we see similar as from AC as HSR last round. We can control north and on Hemp. And HSR also getting that hab inside the same place. Though HSR did drive up a BTR, we drop inf instead of a Logi. And that extra Logi, HSR are working our way south side. And I love this.
Roger that, more is probably about 2 minutes out.
It's in the start of the game and later game where the enemies have stopped searching on the map borders where you have the chance to do something like this.
It's in the open.
Roger that, Shaz, jump on the mortars, mate, give it some.
All the way.
Lovely.
If you're gonna flank, don't be afraid to do
just
it
jump on that tube, mate.
all the
Jump
way.
on the tube. Hab in the open, hab in the open.
Yeah, I'm
because you don't have a you're not in a hurry. You
yourself.
just need to get to where you need to get. And he will.
Can we get a repair down somewhere?
I'm trying to stay.
Drop the supplies on that
And I'll
Logi.
just
Drop supplies
neutral.
on that Logi.
I'm not rooting for
Enemy
anyone.
have marked
Put one down.
It's in the open, it can be mortared.
Never mind, Logi got killed.
But I love
Roger
this
that,
type of
mortars.
plays.
30 seconds out, firing.
Let's see how quick HSR can respond to this. They should. They don't want to let AC get a foot behind them this close to their main. They will just get cut off.
Okay, we need to get those squads in the south to push north now if they're not holding much. You don't seem to have much presence down there.
Yeah, they've got guys really far back. Around squad 3 marker.
Understood.
Nice control here from AC. Pushing around from that
French
north
try
side.
to disengage north.
Maybe they can even work the way all the way around. Box HSR in here on their hab.
Enemy Logi destroyed.
They're mining the road on land, Jaeger.
Roger that. I will avoid.
It's just only Suitsu from HSR here trying to deal with this, but it might be enough. There's only one more. One left alive. Oh. That would have been beautiful if they managed to get a fob up
Their
there.
hab is also down on Saddam's.
mortars.
Just keep mortaring it. We'll,
AC mortars. Saw is getting pushed back here. See if any AC guys go south. Trying to get through the south side. HSR as well pushing outside south side. Want to control this southern lane in this fight. Natural terrain will make people get to the low ground to move around. So you want to control it both so you can shoot enemies in the rear, but also to stop the enemies flanking you. So Henry might have just been
enemy have marked accurate, right?
Might have just protected their flank. You see how much damage they can do when they're coming around it.
Copy.
Snaps, and this is a nice
Inside
position.
or outside?
Talked about it first round as well when AC were pushing towards. What is that? Checkpoint. That HSR didn't have anyone south of the river covering across the river. Nice, very nice map control. That gives you good coverage all the way from the whole mid section of the map. Maybe. I can almost say 100% if AC gets this hab up and gets people start working behind HSR this early on, this game will be over.
We need a repair station.
Yeah, ammo being run out of main repair station. 2 minutes.
That AC will keep one or two guys defending this radio that no enemies suspected to be here. Looks like they're gonna... Oh no, wait. Again, I'm sorry, I'm tired. They blew up the lodge. So they have no supplies, but maybe they can get a rally out. That's squad 3 again. That's at least five players that AC can get up from behind.
We need river control fire.
We're taking mortar fire on Hem Hab.
Mortars to the south of London right now.
It looked like it just intercepted a logi from AC trying to flank south
That's
side.
friendly.
You
Please
can
stop
deal
mortaring.
with them, just mark them.
That's Shaz possibly.
Stop mortaring the friendlies.
So 13 Duke keeps tracking the squad here, takes out the squad
New
lead.
marker marked.
See if HSR can establish some kind of a defensive line here to stop AC's push, and gonna see who's gonna take control of this river line, and that might be where this battle is going.
Roger, thank you.
AC having a nice control of river, two people covering.
Some mortars in those fields.
Roger, I'm firing counter battery and I'm all yours.
Roger, no problem.
Jam. Let's see.
Cast in 3 minutes 50.
Can't really see him to shoot towards the hab. But he can definitely be annoying. Maybe he can help guide the mortars in.
Lots of enemies on there too. Lots of enemies there in that marker.
Gotcha.
Yes, and soon.
Fucking more.
Back for the fob.
Yes, get those mortars, please.
And they have wiped squad 3's rally.
Mortars on one.
They are hunting them down, which they have to. They cannot allow them to be down here. You have this pressure and you feel like the enemies are on the back foot. It could be the time when you kind of want to do some a bit risky, like getting a squad
Enemy
into a
lodge on vineyard destroyed.
strike and just push them past the enemy lines and drop them. You kind of have to go with the gut.
Holding mortars, I see friendlies in the middle.
New friendly, no enemy marker.
Shaz, can you put the repair station in front of the door on the radio checkpoint, please?
So these mortars are not taking down
Remember
the
how we used
hab.
to do it, yeah, to block the radio?
They are taking down players
No.
spawning on the hab.
Just put it in front of the door where the radio is. In checkpoint south, mate.
We got mortars or not?
One tube active,
I'm
what do you
pushing down
need?
repair
My
station
marker,
now.
my marker.
AAS is sending
Roger.
some guys towards the American mortar fob. Squad 3 here. Eldon's still alive. And not anymore. So, Duke were persistent. They got them down. Clearing out
I
this
disregard
fob.
mortar in that position.
I would really like to see it.
Split in.
Hab and then the flood of people pushing up. If you would have just gone the long way around.
Everyone alright if we take the Logi main?
I don't even maybe couldn't.
Yeah.
See it in
Roger,
circling.
more to the west side
the
of
vineyard
Vineyard,
now,
nothing on the
they're
east side,
pushing
only
through.
light infantry east side.
They should
more to the
just
west side
push
of
through
Vineyard.
it. So we're not ready for being pushed back this early. They had no fob towards the vineyard. They're getting a hab up right now.
5. If I need you to, you need to push back to Vineyard if we get them behind us. We are capping
Butchers,
Vineyard.
Cass
come
could be
up.
inbound, 30
Roger,
seconds.
I'll be pushing further west.
What
Shock is
AAS
also
need
still
now is
be
some
finished
pressure
repairing.
on M Farm to make AC feel that they have to send people back.
Roger, hold mortars down by
They're
now.
pushing with almost everything.
Quarter cap.
And now, later game, trying once again to get this Logi around south side.
Marking Logi.
I think this is what neither team did last round.
There's infantry
And I love this
infantry in
kind
that
of place.
compound of the Logi.
AAS do trying to
We've got a
keep
Logi
control.
just rearming at main.
a few
coming
people
to
south
Vineyard.
side of the map.
At Hem.
Yep,
AC definitely have
that's
north
fine,
side.
that's fine. We have people blocking hemp.
Copy.
Their whole fucking team is spawning in there. There's mortar inside the compound.
Mortar inside.
Those mortars will be
Tank marks.
devastating.
On the exit there.
Have also sticking out on the backside.
Mortars on tank.
2 just
I
go
like
for the upper
this moonshine
get
of
a
Logi
position on
block.
that.
getting
We'll
out
hold
on the
Vineyard.
west side, making sure that they're not going to get pushed
Yeah.
all the way around. They need to hold this flank.
Strikers there in 2 minutes.
Cass is on their hab. The hab is sticking out of that building, marked. Enemy hab, south Vineyard marked accurately. Cass is about to hit it. It's sticking out.
Copy.
Like this response
Just
from
keep on to
AAS
that compound.
that they are worried about the flank. They see it coming and they try to prevent it. But there's just so
Good round,
many
Shaz,
AC
keep
guys
hitting.
coming
Keep
this
hitting.
way
Just
right now.
spread them a little bit further north.
And the mortars on top of it. Strike on top of the mortars.
Enemy hab disabled. Enemy hab disabled.
We're pushing that hab. Can you hold
Holding
the outer
mortars,
compound?
count 20. Copy. Mortaring on 1.
The Thermal should be up. Enemy stragglers west of Hemfarm.
They would need to send people up.
Stick some rounds in the south.
Try to get
Shaz,
rallies.
some guys in the south marked on
The
5.
AC have just pushed past it, and that's when they open up the south flank.
Infantry marker is
Like I said,
accurate on
first
that
round,
east
if
side of
enemies
that
are
hab
pushing
in the
heavy
corner of the
north,
compound.
they usually are lacking south. But he's just gonna keep sending
How
it.
long for this logi?
Copy.
I see it.
This game can very well
Yeah,
be
you see-
over here quite shortly.
That compound to the east of that hab is heavy. Mortars all around it. They're on the east side of that hab, that compound. We are half cap and
Mortars in
vineyard.
it.
Half cap and vineyard.
Interesting to hear from HSR what went wrong, because I know HSR and I know that they're a good team and they're better than this.
Kill the guy inside the lodgy. Jaeger.
But they lost.
Roger,
They
going to kill.
got completely
3-man squad at hemp farm. 3-man squad at hemp farm.
stopped, and then they
It's no problem.
got pushed over, bullied over,
He's coming to you, Riot. They're
and
coming
they
to you.
did not fall back in time, and AC just kept the aggression going, pushing, didn't give them any breathing room. A lot of
Infantry
teams,
marker's
when they
accurate,
get
he's
kept,
west of
they
you,
would have
right?
just secured it. They saw contact
Roger that.
and they wanted to hold it, but AC just kept pushing, which really nice. I heard someone calling it out. They were worried about the hem farm, but they called out that they had people blocking it. They had a nice line. Even though they were quite a bit open here on the south side, they were flooding quite thick, wide, towards the west. And then the mortars on the hab with the airstrike.
You can fire that over.
It was a beautiful push,
Roger.
I have to say. It was a really beautiful push. I'm still bummed about them not getting the fob up, because that would have been really nice to see how that would have worked out. I mean, it looks like it went quite well for them. Yeah. Anyways, so
Enemy 30.
Have we got a decent sized force sitting on Vine, yeah? Yeah, I see. No problem.
if AC is gonna try to
You
get
want to
a
keep
low
someone
G somewhere.
pointing
Do you
towards
guys want?
Hampton.
That's
do you guys
fine, I'm
want
holding it.
oranges?
Yeah, I'm
Oranges
fine.
Logi to come up to Orchard.
Yeah, send it. Get a fucking hab on Orchard. Or get it just south of it. Go here. Go there. Just north of 4.
Yeah, we just got shot out of it. 4 enemies to your south.
Capping. No.
Yeah, coming.
Lots of people south of squad 1, marker accurate on the bikes markers.
Roger, roger.
All bike markers are accurate if you can spread it around the 3.
Yeah, firing.
I have to re-watch this footage when I'm not as tired as I am now to see try to figure out what happened. Both rounds. I can't even remember the first round now.
Finch, resupply
Riot
coming
infantry
to you
coming
next.
you. Riot 2 infantry coming to you.
All I can say is AC is doing a
Roger,
great
thank
job. Great communication, great team play. Sending people where they need
They're
them
currently
to
spawning
be.
from police station.
Having a nice flow
Don't let
of
them get from east side of them.
information that makes them
Our mortars are down currently.
Side.
give them the
5
opportunity.
hold
Oh,
east of
the
vineyard for me.
have a
Same,
nice
in a
flow of
minute, you're on your own,
information
boys.
about where the
Roger.
enemies are, so they can adjust accordingly and
We've
not
got some
get caught off guard.
South checkpoint.
Got south checkpoint as well.
Yeah, one north, one south.
What did they get?
They killed my
Roger,
rally.
thank you.
We have a good hold on Vineyard. We have a very good hold outside of Vineyard. Don't worry about it.
There's a small southeast push on Vineyard, but we're dealing with it.
Maybe if HZA have the cool for it. Try to get Logi around south. And then start pushing from the east. Search for the backup fobs. It's so difficult to
If we plan on pushing Orchard,
to
we
make
need
that
more
call
infantry.
when you
One
feel
squad's
this
not gonna
pressure.
be able to do it.
Because you feel like you cannot do anything else except
Roger, we've got 4
defending
and 3
your
down
last
south.
cap.
When they're done doing what they're doing,
But
they
that's
can come help.
when you have to be like,
Roger
okay,
that.
but we need to get something out on the outside to be able to push from behind and out. And they're losing the radio as well, radio fob that. So they will be trapped in this corner of the map now. Without any spawn to spawn from the outside of the most active fight.
Artillery 7.5 minutes.
Roger, this is the same as before, where we couldn't take Orchard.
We'll do when we get artillery.
We didn't last time.
Be careful, Jaeger. They have a lot of hat kits here. Or AT, sorry.
Star is on their way to get some control back south of Upper. That's great for them. From this position they could try to clear out this
Shall
section.
just fucking bombard all of Orchard.
And if they get this section they should be able to contain this push. And maybe slip a Logi past south side. You have to start from somewhere, you know. Can't just teleport across the map. I think that's the mistake a lot of people do. They're not thinking in steps, they just want to go from A to B. Not from A to B to C and so on. Working their way up. That goes mostly for pub games, of course. This is different. But I just felt like calling it out, because that's the fact and
I think
truth.
it's just a rally, mate.
Roger, mortar marker,
Striker's gonna
my
burn.
swap on marker accurate, one guy there.
What? One of their
Mortars under
hubs
attack.
is down.
Striker's going to assist mortars. Striker's gonna go burn rally at checkpoint.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm doing it. I'll take the hammer up.
Two Lodges in Mania for HSR. Still, they have made it this far. Feel secure, maybe. They could at least get a Lodge over here. Start from here, and then work their way to clear out south. As long as they can just hold this eastern push.
Just make sure we have some defense in Vineyard. Vineyard's open at the moment, there's no one inside it.
It's okay, I'm defending.
Mortar
It's
squad
okay,
is
I'm
moving
pushing
up
out
to
the
Vineyard.
others.
Okay.
Mortar marker south.
Enemies have mortars
bike
on-
marker.
Mortars are down,
Oh, never
guys,
mind,
sorry.
But
sorry, yeah,
I
sorry,
see a
sorry.
Lodge coming.
Enemies have mortars at
Maybe
Orchard.
they're sending it this way, or is it over here they're going?
Artillery available in 4 minutes.
Same thing for AC, I would say. They have the opportunity to
for
send
the
Lodge
way.
all the way up here somewhere now. They have had control for quite some
Right,
time
a
now.
squad leader in the south needs to get an additional hab up because we're down to 1 hab left in Vineyard and that's it. So, pretty sure that we don't get rolled here. Just a hab, don't care what it is.
Roger, you guys are all in control of the lodges. I'm leaving it to you.
Right, okay.
Calls it out. You always want to have more than one. You need to control south and north on this map. Actually, are they taking out this mortar fob? Like it.
I'm going up Chora, is getting a hub up riot. We'll get that later.
Second.
I'm pretty sure enemy mortars are northwest of Orchard.
Yeah, I think Riot is doing a great job at. I think he's sitting on the mortars.
Yes, please. Build one hab.
So he's not in the fight. So he has
Setting up
the ability to sit back a bit and
moving
watch the map and see what's going on. I don't know if that's true, but he was sitting on the mortars last game.
Shaz up. Not sure about that plot.
Yeah.
It's us, squad 3 is that having
And that's how
clear on the helicopter mark.
he's the first one to call out that they need those second fobs and stuff like that, where they are getting thinned and where they need to move people. And this is something people need to do. Both team did it and finally get control, send the Logi, so you establish a
Probable enemy have
forward base of operations, which you can then push further out from without losing control just because you leave it, because you can respawn.
Enemy hab is inside. Gets marked.
Then you do it again, get control.
Any Vicks available
Send
to
the
drop
lodge.
ammo on Vineyard? That'd be really
Get
appreciated.
control, yeah, and move on and move
but
on.
just about.
And I know that the majority of
All
people
good,
that's
thank you.
going to watch this video is going to be the
Cheers,
guys
darling.
playing that already knows this stuff.
Artillery 1 minute 30.
But in case there's some new player out there watching this to try to learn something or just see some
Okay,
great
enemies
squads,
are mortaring the striker. They don't like us.
that's more to who I'm speaking. But if you were playing in this game, great game, guys. I really enjoyed first round as well.
We have a radio. We have a radio on that position in the south. Marked accurate.
See, Edges are strongly pushed back into upper now in full control. They should have the strength to hold this eastern push. Just hold it. Get some support from south.
Hub coming up
Get the
south
L
of
shape.
river.
And then they should be able to have the manpower to start pressuring south side. It's funny that both teams did this at the same time. If one team would have been like 5 minutes earlier than the other one, it could have been a real big change of flow here, where the team that did that first would have gone strong control south. But looks like AC actually might be.
I'm thinking about doing a creeping barrage south to north into Orchard.
Yeah, that works.
Right up.
That squad down
Just
south.
No.
Yeah.
It just
Can
will
take
get
that hab and then 2 and 8 can push in.
They need a squad lead to place the hab. Is that the problem? Or didn't they get the supplies?
If I can get a squad to come sit on Vineyard, I can push with my full squad onto Orchard with 2.
I don't know what's going on.
Strike is hit by headcut.
Ages on need to get that hab down.
Let
get more
5
people.
and 4 give that a, 5 and 4 need to get south control.
Roger, waiting for you 5 and 4.
It's impossible for me to push that without.
So that's the thing. Great play, great call. 5 minutes earlier and this would have been
Those
over.
are enemy workers.
And we have the sneaky. You know something really sneaky you could do in situations like this? I know people have different opinions of it, but 6 here drops a rally. Actually, they are a big squad, so it doesn't matter. They just have to get a rally down. And then surprise AC on the hab. If I were them, I would leave a guy covering that rally and don't burn it until they have people on the hab and the radio digging it down, and then just burn the rally, because you don't want to give them the heads up that they're coming from the east. And I think they have spotted it. Or I don't know.
Right, 4 and 5, as your guys died, I need you to spawn them on Vineyard so I can make a push on the Orchard.
Urgently need build material at Vineyard.
I'm coming.
Looks like they're keeping away from that rally. So if HSR win this southern fight, but they did not get the hab, and at the same time get pressure from the east Vineyard, they could have, as AC had to fall back, they could have pushed out, cleared its way, and then around.
How long for RT?
I say that as it would have been a sure thing, absolutely not a sure thing. But it would have been there for them to try.
I'm gonna just push in then.
And it would have been up to AC to counter it. But they stopped them on the hab instead. Yeah, that's definitely going down. So just imagine this, that HSR did that 5 minutes earlier, and they would have already started pushing out here when AC brought the Logi out. That Logi goes down, now HSR have a nice controlled south side and can just go with it. And then add that these guys are gonna get them block the radio and block the hab at least. They should be able to. That could really have sent AC
an artillery on the north of Orchard
into a stressful situation at least. And when people are stressed, they do mistakes.
Check the MG and AT markers as heavy contact there.
Artillery inbound.
That's one of the things I really enjoy watching these games from admin cam. Just the small timing differences, or how a difference between 2 or 3 seconds can have such a big impact on the game. Or how a one-on-one situation in the end is what determines who wins the game or not. They're doing the push. Hab should be blocked. It's not
We've
blocked.
got enemy infantry inside Vineyard.
A riot takes out 2 of 3.
Why is there no one left?
And
Copy, falling
Pista
back.
needs to get on the radio.
Vineyard's up.
One close to the hab, one close to the hab, watch out.
Came from this.
Pista usually is the combo.
Kill one.
On the hub, nice. He was something.
I know about the hab, so they can get more just on that hab, but we have a artist right now, creeping barrage. That AC most likely gonna try to push up behind, both from south and from the east. This way, like I said, I want to push out into this area. They can assist shooting the approaching enemies in the back.
Roger.
Move at
Say again, Fitch.
leading the charge.
Our tubes again.
Oh yeah, I almost missed them.
Roger, see target.
Vex got a good angle. Cover this compound, see if he continues around. Someone else pushes up behind him. Simmer Kamal is coming up.
Hydrated there.
They're still pushing from that south side. There's probably a hab around it.
Yeah, I've got rounds going in there.
Push in, push in, push in. Push in.
Guys, we got the same problem again. I can't push my squad out to Vineyard. If you're in the flank, I need a squad to push them Vineyard to go and cap Upper Orchard. Is anyone going to take it?
I can take it.
Moroccan line, take it.
On it.
Finch, push. Moroccan line's defending.
So that's good.
We're in orchard now.
Discipline and coordination. You should never leave your flank open.
We have confirmation I have
You don't see
south.
coming is what hurts you the most.
Say again? No confirmation of Hab currently.
We have confirmation of Hab in there. I don't know exactly where, but it's in there.
Tigger in the south is destroyed, thanks for the call out.
Strike it out.
Oh, fuck.
Enemy artillery.
Dude, you gotta run, you gotta run, you gotta run, West.
Standing on green arrow. That way.
Push back. Run.
Nice counter artillery strike from AAS.
That's coming right through.
Get into cover.
Yeah, it's killed everyone.
And they
Northwest.
didn't get away from it inside. That was a nice auto strike. Yeah, that was a very nice artillery strike. Or creeping barrage.
We have
22 tickets left of...
We got the wrap.
22
Struck
tickets
is
left
coming.
for AAS. You can't really do anything except trying to wear down AC on the cap.
How thick are the enemies on the east? Do you need Straka or can Straka go orchard? Do you want Straka help on orchard or vineyard?
The way from Moroccan lines is north of that.
I don't wanna die today, Habibi.
Just stay around, Diego, just in case.
Why?
Joe's dead. Joe's dead, Joe's dead.
Holding the damage room pretty low.
I don't want to
When
play
was
AR
glitched,
again, village.
so-
This shit is boring. Mix are coming, village, just control.
2 dead.
That's what I'm doing.
Should I do it, village?
Negative, Lieutenant. Stay alive.
Yeah.
There's so fucking many.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my frag is glitched.
I'm behind the rock, I'm resable once once our team pushes. Oh fuck.
There's no more AAS left. They're all holding their spawn because they're bleeding out of tickets.
Careful, Vex rounds
They're
inbound
on
in
orchard
opposition.
tab. We're capping orchard safe, no one here. Half cap.
Shoot their main with mortars, shoot their main with mortars. Roger that.
Radio, vineyard, orchard, I'm in.
Almost no HSR players alive. Have 2 down here. Someone there. 2 over here. This game will end any second now. This was a very interesting round. AAC took control really fast and really hard. And they did a great job of pushing
main now, copy over.
together, never
That
leaving
10-4,
their,
wait out.
or almost at least never leaving their flank open. It just got a few guys around them at some times, and I got one push in from the east of Vineyard. But after that, AC woke up, got people to cover the flanks, and then we had that fight down here between 2 FOBs, which could have gone completely different if HSR were just a little bit faster in getting a logic down here. But we will never know. AC had control of this game from this round from the start. And they never let HSR come back.
West side, west.
Well, AC takes the second round as well with 194 tickets. Let's go see the final score from both rounds. So this game ends with a combined score of 318 tickets to 0 for anti-corruption.